Warne Field, Brawley, California, for the first annual Lady Bell game. Welcome, everyone. I'm Will Torres. With me tonight is two special guests that came in to fill in for my partner, Ron Rubio, and Coach Swearingen. Alan Phillips, a signer for the Imperial Valley Football's Officials Association, and Mr. John Seaman. He's the instructor for the Imperial Valley's Football Association. Welcome, guys. We'll start off with Alan. Alan Phillips, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, Will. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. I'm excited about being here tonight.
John, how's everything going for you up here tonight?
I'm good, but I'm nervous.
Wow. I'll tell you what, if people want to get a little feel what it's like to be nervous, try doing it, as you guys know, where you can't even communicate with your fellow officials from sideline to sidelines during a big, intense football game like they had last night here at Warne Field, the Imperial Tigers visiting the Wildcats. And as it's going to, you know what, the next couple of weeks it's going to be like that. You got Imperial and Central next week, and then and that's going to be, I'm going to remind people, that game is going to be on a Thursday.
Yes.
And then, Alan, we're going to go to the Friday night, which is Friday night's going to be the game of the night, and it's going to be Vincent Memorial and Hopeville, and I believe that's at Hopeville, right?
That is correct, Will.
So, just next week, those two games, actually it's going to be three games because we'll have Calexico will be playing Brawley, I believe, on that game. So there'll be three games next Friday, and then we jump straight into the last week when there should be the rival week, as we call it.
Yeah.
One of the reasons I brought Alan Phillips and John Seaman up here was, first of all, there's a lot of rules, and this is one of those conversations, guys, that we can't have where you can explain all the rules because, look, CIF, Alan, I'll let you explain it, what's been going on with the rules when they were set and then they were changed again with that.
Yeah, we got our rule book for girls sometime about July, I want to say. And so we had a very short period of time to try to learn the rules. And that rule book came from CIF. It didn't come from a national federation like our tackle football rules do. So there was a lot of discrepancies in it, contradictions in the rule book. So they subsequently have published another set, but it's still not. There's still some things in there that are not defined well. So it makes it very difficult for us to be able to learn the rules and apply them the way that they were intended to be.
Now, John, you being instructional chairman for Imperial Valley Football Association, you know that you got to get the new officials ready. You got to get the guys, the sophomore officials ready, and you got to make sure that they're ready for all the rules and any new rules that they might have put in for the 11-man tackle boys football. And then, boom, they throw in the girls flag football league. How did you handle that?
It's been difficult. We're still learning the rules. I mean, it's just sit down and have classroom sessions and just go over it. And we've learned a lot just from on-the-field experience, different situations that have come up, different scenarios, and we've just taken all of them and then try to learn from them. I mean, like Alan said, the rules were poorly written at best, I think, and there's a lot of contradictions in there that we've been dealing with throughout the season. So it's different because a lot of the rules that we're used to for the last 29 years, I've been doing tackle football, then we got to come and do flag football. It's kind of challenging. So we had one game where it was an extra point, intercepted. They ran it back. They fumbled before the end zone. It rolled into the end zone. So I'm calling a touchback. And Alan's coming in and said, where did it come out? And then Roman came back in and said, well, did it hit the ground? I said, well, yeah, then it's dead. And we go, wait a minute, it's an extra point. This is all for nothing.
Yeah, well, and then you throw in the coaching aspect where they have to learn it from point blank too.
Right.
So it's really, look, it's a first-year experience. I give school, I give CIF, and I give all the coaches and all the players, for really stepping up because there is some, some teams have even fielded it. Palo Verde and Calapan, I believe, were the only teams that didn't field the girls' flag football team. But besides that, I mean, they even had some teams with JV on them. And Brawley, I think, started with Frosh, and so did Central. So we'll get into the playoff implications, right after we introduce the officials. If you can introduce the officials, then we'll go straight to the Star Spangled Banner after that.
Sure. At White Hat, we have Mr. J.J. Jackson, umpire Fred Ramsey. The headlines person is going to be Vanessa Villarreal, and the line judge is Quan Gonder.
That is senior state. That is Molly Poole, senior at Brawley Union High School. High school state rodeo champion. Thank you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Grosso's, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1955. Family owned and operated. Located at 1902 West Main Street, El Centro. Grosso's is open Wednesday through Sunday at 5 p.m. Order to go or come in for the Italian dining experience.
Welcome back, everyone, once again to the first annual Brawley and El Centro in the Lady Bell game as we get ready for the coin toss. Before we start, Alan, let's go over a couple of rules, the basic rules. Like, this is a fast-moving game, and when I mean fast-moving, I mean it's time fast-moving. The girls have picked up the game from the first week I saw them to right now, but with the running clock, you know, that it's a big difference, and that means don't get up and go anywhere because you're going to miss something. So explain about the rules real quick, especially with the last 2 minutes of each half.
Yeah, that's correct, Will. Girls play 20-minute halves running clock. The clock does not stop for anything until the 2-minute warning, or other than timeouts. But at the 2-minute warning, the clock will stop, and that's one of those discrepancies that was in the rule book. There was one place in the rule book where it said the clock will immediately start after the 2-minute warning. There's another part of the book where it said the clock will start with the snap. So it was one of those things where people were doing it differently, enforcing the rule. But that 20-minute running clock really makes it a fast-paced game because they go fast.
John, explain to us what's going out there as we look at the captains and Mr. J.J. Jackson with the coin toss.
He just going over just the rules, good sportsmanship, basically. Have fun and just display good sportsmanship and, you know.
So as we have the coin toss here, it looks like El Centro has won the toss. And what Mr. Jackson's and John are trying to say right now is they'll actually – what are the choices that the winning coin toss gets, John?
Either get the ball or choose a goal, an end zone. And then in the second half, they're going to do the opposite. So see who's going to get the ball first. Okay, so it looks like Central's going to get the ball first. So then in the second half, Brawley will have the ball, but we're going to flip and go the other way. Okay, it's going to be opposite.
All right. But on that one, didn't it look like Brawley deferred?
Yes, it did.
Yes.
Yeah, Brawley deferred. Then Central took the choice to take the ball, and they're going to be heading to the west. And
Yeah. Well, like we said, and let's go over the kicking game, Alan. There's a very important thing about the kicking game.
What
there
kicking
pretty
game?
much is no kicking.
There
Yeah, I was
is
gonna
no
say, what
kicking
kicking
game.
game?
Yeah. So,
Is that a trick question?
yeah, that's the trick. We're actually, yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. So the good thing about that is that it avoids the injuries. And let's get it straight out here. This is not your powder puff type of football that you see regular. These girls really get out there and get it. And like I said earlier, from week 1 to right now, these girls have improved a lot. And when I mean improved a lot, their skill set running, they've just improved so much in their skills. So as we get ready to start the game right here, we'll start with the Central Spartans facing the West. And here we go. Clock starts as soon as the ball snaps. Quarterbacking for the Central Spartans is handoff to number 10. That's Amber Miranda. Perfect. Good for about – while we're doing that, we don't so much go as yards. They can get first downs, and I'm going to go to Alan a lot on this is because he's going to explain how we don't have the yardsticks here, a different way they get their first downs, Alan.
Yep, that's correct. So they get a first down whenever so they're playing on an 80-yard field. They don't play on a 100-yard field. They get a first down anytime they cross the 20, the 40, or the 20. Those are the only ways in which they can get a first down.
So now they're in the no-run zone because when you're within that 5 yards of a first down, which would be the 40, the quarterback can't run, and they can only pass now.
So we're looking at a third down right now as we see Mandy complete a pass to Amber Miranda, number 10. So it'll be third down and short. All they got to get to the 40, correct?
That's correct.
Correct.
And
Pass was incomplete. Pass was intended for number 8, Jarsley Lopez. Now it's going to be fourth down. Now when we talked about no kicking game, John, they have a choice on this, correct?
Correct. So they can either go for it on fourth down, and if they don't get it, they're going to turn the ball over on downs right there. Otherwise, when you call it the kick, they're going to send it to the 20. So that's where Brawley's going to take over, is at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, they basically just, if they don't want to go for it, then they're basically going to turn the ball over to the team, and the ball's going to be placed at the 20-yard line.
This broadcast, I swear, if we would have had time, it would have been good instrumental to teach our viewers out there that go attend the games what the rules are in this game. Is we see Brawley complete a pass to number 10. That's Young. And a short yardage gain on that. Looks like it's going to be about a 3 to 4 yard gain.
And the ball always has to be spotted in the middle of the field. You can't put it on a hash mark like you do in regular tackle football, which is one of the things that we had to learn real quick. Me and Alan, when we did these games, because we're used to putting the ball on the hash mark, but if you notice, it's always going to be in the middle.
Oh, and that ball was almost intercepted.
Yeah, Brianne Montano threw a ball, and I didn't even see no Brawley girls player around there. And I think that the two Central girls covering that actually got in each other's way, playing safety for the Central Spartans. If I can get a number on the back there from the safety back there.
It was 14 is what I saw. Azul Amador.
Azul Amador. So as Brianne brings him up.
Oh, so now that should be roughing the passer. No, you know what? Did she go for the – yeah.
Yep. There comes the flag.
Whoa, and here comes the flag.
Because you cannot – you got to go for the flag. You can't run into the quarterback like that. And let's see what JJ's got. If it is, it's going to be automatic first down.
One thing we're going to check right now, see if his mic is working. Once again. So that's going to obviously make it a first down?
Yes.
Yeah, it's automatic first down. Roughing is the automatic first down.
So regardless of where they are in the field, it's an automatic first down?
Yep.
Okay. Now, what if they're inside the 20 on the opposite end, on their end over there?
We're going to go half the distance.
Half the distance over on the 10-yard line? Okay,
Yeah.
so that rule's still in effect right there.
Yeah, so it's a 10-yard penalty and automatic first down.
Okay, Brianne gets them ready to snap the ball.
Nice pass.
Oh, they're going to
Number 12.
That is Miss Jackson running it. taking it all the way, good enough for about a 40. How long was that right here? I gotta, my yards are a little bit different here.
30, 40, 50 yarder?
And here it is. She takes it, bobbles it. Jackson takes it, goes 10, 5, 3, 2, 1, touchdown. Number 12 for the Wildcats, Miaya Jackson.
So now they're going for a 1 point. 1 point because at the 5 yard line. And I don't think she was 7 yards back. That's why JJ threw the flag.
Okay, so real quickly, John, explain that. They can actually go for 1 or 2 depending on the spot of the ball?
Yeah, if it's at the 5 yard line, it's a 1 pointer. And if it's at the 10, it's 2
points.
2 points. And the ball's live, unlike tackle football again. Once the PAT is not going to be made, the play's dead. In this game, it's still live. So if they were to intercept the ball, they'd run it back and get 2 points.
Okay, as we look at the clock right now with 15 minutes to go, like we said, this is a running clock. It doesn't matter, like John just mentioned right now. There is no untimed downs here. I mean, the clock just keeps running. So with 2 possessions, Central's having the second one right now. They get ready to snap the ball at quarterback. Inside handoff to number 8 of that is Lopez.
It was Delilah Young who got back there to get those flags.
Young is a very familiar name here at Warne Field. Her older brother, Brandon Young, played here.
It's about a 2 yard gain for Central.
Oh, Brandon Young was her father, but he also played here. Isaiah, right? No. Yeah. Back to pass. Oh,
Should you catch that?
I am telling you, Lopez, number 8, comes down with it right here. Good enough for a first down. Ball's going to be placed on about the 44, 43-yard line.
No, it's going to be the 39.
Yeah, so I'm looking. I'm so used to looking
You
at the
can't
hash
look at the
marks.
numbers.
Yeah. Yeah. And it just doesn't make sense to repaint the whole field. So people watching this game right here, we're going to go by on top of your screen, the 40s and the 20. Those are the important numbers. So right here, when they're on the 40 right here, which is actually midfield, they're going to have to get to the 20-yard line for a first down, correct?
That's correct.
And the yellow line is out of bounds, just so you know. It's
Yes.
Not, yeah, okay.
And that's what, 10 yards in?
I don't.
Yes, it is 10 yards in.
Okay, so
Pat.
now it's going to be what?
Mandy, number 12, in the quarterback position, completes it to number 8, Lopez. And I'm telling you what, if there's anything exciting about these, is that these girls don't do the short passes too much. They really chuck it downfield with 13 minutes to go in the first half.
So a couple yards for a first down, and they're in that no-run zone.
Mandy completes it to number 16, Noyola. So a lot of targets the Central Spartans have on this team here. And the other thing I like, a lot quicker to line up from the start of the season.
Yeah.
These girls are lining up so much more quicker.
Yeah, I think that the girls at the beginning of the season, they take a little bit of time, but now they're understanding with the running clock that the faster that they get to the line of scrimmage, the more plays that they're going to be able to get to run.
No, it totally makes sense. And just how much what's the time limit on delay a game?
Oh, what is it? 40 seconds? I'd have to look. We never had that. That's never come up. To be honest, they're going so quick. We never had an issue.
No, and it's only fair to give them time as we see here. Oh, she had a lot of green space in there.
That was a nice stop by Gigi Medina. I mean, I'm on the wrong side.
All right, we're looking at a third down right now, and it looks like the ball's going to be placed inside the 10, so 9 yards to gain for a touchdown. So let's always remember to look at the orange cones on the side mark, on the top of your screen. Running back to throw, she throws it, and that was actually a great defensive play by Sofia Machado. Is that correct? Was that a 0 digit I saw on her jersey? No,
I think it was number 2, Rachel Angulo.
It could be. I'm telling you, we're only 500 feet up in the air and 500 yards, 500 feet from out, too. So I do know one thing.
Oh, it's,
Mandy is at quarterback position. Ball being snapped by number 20, Emma Islas.
It's 25 seconds for delay game, Will.
Oh, and that was for sure a touchdown. Ball being dropped, and now it's going to be Brawley. Okay, so the ball will be spotted where?
Right there, right where they're going to turn it over and down right there. They're not going to put it back at the 20. They're not going to. That's why they go for it when they're that close to the end zone, because if they turn it over and down, that's where they're going to start from, which will be the 9-yard line.
Okay, so it starts where the last play was.
Correct.
If it's inside the 20.
Right. Or
Well,
anywhere on the field.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Anywhere, if they turn it over and down anywhere on the field, that's where they're going to get the ball. And it's 25 seconds for that time clock.
Little reverse pivot there for Young for a gain of no yards. In fact, I think she's even going to lose some yards on that.
Yeah, and that looked like Jalila Connor who made that stop.
So once again, with 9:55 to go and the clock ticking, it does not stop on Will Torres, Alan Phillips, John Seaman. Guys, we're actually being graded by my partner. Ron Rubio has joined the booth in here. He's right on the other side of you right there.
Yeah.
And we got a deep pass. Like I said earlier, these girls, they're down there to it. That was pass intended for Tanya. Who was on coverage there,
That was
Alan?
nearly intercepted by Azul Amador.
Again, huh?
Yeah.
She's been all around the ball all night.
And as with any sport, these girls start to gain the confidence. Once they learn the game, the rules, the position, it really starts to develop. Like, they had a couple of weeks, and they were playing 2 games, a week. So here we go. Back to the action as pass intended, caught by number 12 of the Wildcats. That's Malaya Jackson.
First down.
On the defensive side, covering that was
Azul Amador once again.
I'll tell you what, no shortage of arm strength, right, John, at the quarterback position from either side?
Yeah, I've seen these girls got really good arms. In the games I've been seeing, yes.
Something that we rarely see. The quarterback can run it when, John?
When they're outside of the no-run zone, so right now they're in the no-run zone. When it's 5 yards or less to get a first down, they cannot run. The quarterback cannot run the ball unless they're blitzed or a rusher blitzed by two.
Okay,
right.
See, that's where the game starts getting complicated because, look, as a white hat or an umpire, you got to look at all kinds of things.
So now here's the thing. So now JJ, the white hat, has to keep in mind how many times she ran, because if they lose yardage and they go back behind the 5-yard zone, she can't run again. And that was a pass, just so you know, it wasn't a handoff because she flicked it forward.
So that was a pass. Yeah. That's Malaya Jackson for that little inside toss.
Jayla Connor with the stop there.
And I'd like to mention before, with 7 minutes to go, 7:30 left still in the half, I'd like to mention that the head coaches for each side is for the Central. I actually don't have those. But for the Brawley, we do have J.J. Galvan and Jeff Wise. Do we have a timeout on the field?
Well, it looks like an official timeout. They're discussing something. Don't know what it is.
So as we take a look at these, now the clock will stop, of course, for an official timeout right here. As you can tell, Alan and John, these are the type of things that people watching flag football through the whole season, everybody in the stands and even the coaches, some of the players, they're trying to figure out what the exact rules are on this.
Correct.
So we might have to run one of these games, early in the next season as we see Brawley step back and launch it.
Whoa,
and it is.
Wow. Good catch. What a catch.
Wow. J.C. Reeves. Was that enough for a touchdown, or is she going to be short?
She's
be
about
short.
2 yards
The
short.
ball is thrown in the air. She leaps it, keeps it on her feet.
So now they can't run. They cannot do a handoff, run, or it has to be a pass.
So they're only a yard away, even though the cone marker says it's going to be first down with a yard to go.
Yeah, the quarterback cannot run on this.
So they're inside the no run zone.
Right.
That's correct.
Yeah, touchdown.
And we have a touchdown. Montano to Young for 6 points. bringing the score right now 12-0 with the PAT missed.
So now it looks
after
like they're
first.
going for 2. Now this is a 2-point conversion because they're at the 10. The ball is live, so if they throw an interception, Central can run it back and score.
So when they're 5 yards out, that's a 1 point. When they're
Right.
10 yards out, that's 2 points.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, because I still have that habit of looking at the numbers on the sidelines right there.
So they have to let us know before the play so that we know where to spot the ball.
And that's a 2-pointer.
And I'm starting to watch this game and I forget to look. I got to announce here. So that's Tanya Venegas receiving the pass, being covered by 3 Central Spartans and coming down with the 2-point conversion. Once again, welcome. I'm Will Torres, Alan Phillips with me, and John Seaman. All of us in a little bit of a different
Out of our element. I'd say.
we're out there. You
We're
go.
out
That's
of our
a good-
element.
We're
yeah.
out of our element. I'm usually leading Ronnie, my partner Ron Rubio, into it, and we're usually criticizing you guys from up here.
And that's
right.
fine. We deserve it.
Back to throw, Central number 12 to number 16. That's Melina Nayola good for about
Looks like about a 6-yard.
6-yard gain. I'm going to try to go over the girls on the team. We have number 0, Sofia Machado. 1. Oh, shoot. I'll let Alan pronounce some of these names, man. I'll do that another time, maybe at halftime. Oh, it looks like we're going to have a little double reverse. And not being able to get too far with that is number 2. That's Connor J-La.
One of the interesting things about that is it looked like the girl's belt came off as she was running.
Right.
And so at that particular point, then it becomes a one-hand touch. So the flags coming off, if they come off by themselves, the play is not dead, then it goes to a one-hand touch.
4:30 to go. Interesting. Is that a little advantage that they get with that?
Well, I don't know if it's an advantage.
Back to 12. Mandy throws it with nobody in near the area there of that pass.
It's just one of those things that makes it, as an official, makes it a little more difficult because now you have to
Use
know,
a judgment call on the
judgment
touch.
call. Did it fall off, and then was the girl touched?
So, John, right here, explain the situation where Central was still deep in their end zone, and they
punted. This is called a punt. Otherwise, if they would have went for it and they wouldn't have got it, then Brawley would have got the ball deep in Central territory.
So officially, the ball being placed on
At
the
the
girl
20.
at the 20. Outside, Ticonejo takes it outside, cuts it back inside. Able to get it close to a first down. Good for 20 yards. Are they going to give her the first down?
No, it's only 10 yards. It's only 10. They still got 10 more to go. You're looking at the.
Yes. It's sorry.
That's
Just
all
a
right.
bad habit I got.
No, I know.
Number 8 Lopez on the stop from Central.
False start. Center didn't snap the ball in time.
And it looks like Matano saw something that's frustrating her that she might have thought. Mr. J.J. Jackson. Now, all the penalties are saying that's still 5 yards back, right?
Correct.
That's correct. Yeah.
All right, so we're looking at second down, second and about 15 yards to go with 3 minutes to go. The time is still running.
There's only the worst penalty they can get is 10 yards. There's no 15-yarder in flag football. It's just 10.
What about unsportsmanlike?
10 yards.
Wow.
Yeah,
Back
10
to
yards.
throw, Montano. She takes off and runs out of the pocket, being chased out. Still flags intact. Good enough for a first down. Showing a little bit of speed there, Montano taking it out to the outside.
Stopped by Gigi Medina from Central. We're just over midfield.
And I've been fortunate enough to cover some of these girls. Now, the first time these girls played, I believe, to be honest with you, I think Central won that game. And I'm gonna make it sure. But the team right now to beat is Calexico. Montano back to throw. She throws it in the middle. The pass is caught by Reeves, number 18. Brawley looking good, connecting. The receivers are getting open, and and I believe number 18 Reeves joined the team half season, because this is what's happening, guys. And it's a good point. You got to remember, most of these girls were playing volleyball at the time.
Oh, that's right, huh?
So if they were, I don't know if the case is like that for everybody, but if they were playing varsity I don't think they came out here and played varsity flag football. As the pass is up in the air, intended for Jackson. Incomplete. Covering on that for the Central Spartans was trying to get a number on her.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Looks like number 17, Liliana Rodriguez.
Okay, now they're going to,
So there's the 2-minute warning. So the clock has stopped.
and it's going to start on the snap. Now, anytime they have an incomplete pass, it's going to stop, Will.
okay, because they're inside the 2 minutes.
Correct. And this is going to be, this 2 minutes will take 18 minutes. It's long. It's like sometimes it takes longer than to get the 2 minutes over.
You mentioned Central and Brawley playing earlier in the season. Well, I think John and I were on the field for that particular game.
Well, which one? Central and Brawley? No, we did the Central Vincent game, I think. Well, that's the one that
We
went.
were here, Central Brawley.
Tanya Venegas, number 8,
Oh, yeah.
catches that pass. Good enough for Brawley. First down. So,
Oh, yeah, here we were. We
So-
did a triple overtime in El Central. That
Yeah.
was okay.
Yeah.
so overtime rules go into effect the same thing. Well, let's not. You know what? We're
don't-
giving these people.
I was going to say,
a little
don't confuse them.
Don't confuse me, John. Montano inside handoff to Conejo, takes it outside, back up the middle. But Central's got that play down, Alan. As you see, Conejo has enough speed to take it to the outside, and then when she cuts it back inside, there's always a Central player there.
Oh,
That
and
was
so
Melanie Noyola.
and so they only get 2 timeouts, not 3. So now if they're going to use timeouts, they're only going to get 2 of them.
1:26 to go. Montano checks the line, checks the coaches, signals out some plays. Little rush, throws it, and it is caught. And I can tell by that catch is Tanya Venegas. And what is it? Was it her arms? As we look at the replay here,
Yeah.
it looks like her hands just outstand the 2 Central defenders there.
That was a great pass.
Yeah, it's just like in the perfect spot.
Yeah.
And look, it's very rare that we see. I mean, they already have 20 points as they go for 1 point right here on the
Right.
5-yard line. Montano back to throws a Spyro and falls incomplete. So with the score 20-0, 1 minute and 8 seconds, Central Spartans will take over. I'm Will Torres, Alan Phillips, John Seaman, Joaquin Matus, and Sarah Torres. We are VSN for the first annual Lady Bell Game.
Now, did they actually get a bell for this game?
Yes,
Will?
they did.
Right there.
It's
Nice.
a very good-looking bell. It's almost a replica. It's got a little bit of old school on there. Looking good.
Nice.
I'm a little bit nervous. I got Ron, he's judging me over there, Oh, and the
And
bunt!
picked off.
And I'm telling you,
That was number 24.
that's Jalen Salcido as we watch the replay. Look at her coming and get it. She takes it down the sidelines. I think she was brought down by number 15, Dana Sanchez. But wait, Brawley has the opportunity with 2 timeouts to go, 1:05, and possession of the ball being placed on the 29-yard line. And I'll tell
nice
you what,
play.
from here, it looked like she was going to come down with that ball because she was open for that little seam.
Azul Amador.
I was gonna say,
she was able to get
Azul
her
was
arm
running
in
over
there.
there. Yeah, I saw
She
that.
was able to get her hand in there and knock that ball out.
Well, I'll tell you what, it'd be really interesting as Brawley calls a timeout right here as we look at J.J. Galvan, head coach for the first year, the Brawley Wildcats lady flag football team. Just a reminder, VSN, next week we have a doubleheader on a Thursday. John Moreno, Vic Carrillo, and the VSN South crew will be here at Warne Field when the Calexico Bulldogs turning stuff around with the victory over Southwest Eagles last night. Kind of up and down, guys, the Bulldogs, kind of up and down. But, they got to play up. I mean, when we talk about the boys thing, they got to play up. Second part of the doubleheader will be a matchup of Imperial Tigers. Talk about playing up, bouncing back up. It's going to David Shaw and the Imperial Tigers are going to have to get it together and step up again back-to-back weeks as they face the Central Spartans, where rookie Peña's had 2 weeks to prepare for that game as we get back to action here, guys.
So we got second down. Yeah. 1 timeout left.
Montano brings him up, looks to the sideline, Young in the middle. She throws down the middle, but throws deep, and that is connected to, guess who? Number 11, Tanya Venegas.
The clock is stopped. Why'd the clock stop?
55 seconds. Well, if it's a touchdown, wouldn't it stop on
Yeah,
a
but it's
touchdown?
not a touchdown, though.
Oh,
JJ
she's
stopped
short.
on the clock.
Yeah, I don't know why it was stopped. Is that the
Well.
old home field advantage with the clock operator?
That's how rumors start, see?
I know.
Young
know.
picks up a low pass, and it's going to be short, and it's going to be placed on about the 6-yard line. It
Yeah.
looks like it's going to be third down, third and about 6,
That looked
if
like
I'm correct, unless it's second down.
That looked like a nice
Yeah, it's going to be.
It's great little
touchdown
green.
saving grab on those flags by Melanie Noyola.
As we have Brawley with 40 seconds to go using their second timeout. And, I mean, I know John was being a little sarcastic when he said these last 2 minutes, last 18 minutes, but the whole game in itself is so fast-paced.
It is.
Well, halftime's only 5 minutes.
Yeah. No, listen, I didn't even bother to ask because I assumed it would always be 10 to 15 minutes.
5
you
minutes,
know?
yeah.
And I'm already looking back, talking to you guys when we were at Imperial that day, and I go, wait, what's going on here? You know, I'm
Yeah.
doing highlights, and, you know, they're ready to roll. And to tell you the truth, the timeouts aren't even that long. So welcome back, everybody. Once again, John Seaman, Alan Phelps, Will Torres. We are BSN for the first annual Lady Bell game. With the 40 seconds to go, Wildcats got
Okay.
the ball.
They're at the 6, so she can run now. Well, they're not inside the 5, so don't watch. She can run if she wants. Well, she's not going to, but
Okay, but once again, when you have 30 seconds to go, no timeouts, if it's incomplete, at least the clock stops.
No, that you're right about that. But there's also that option if there's a running lane open. I mean, she ought to take the opportunity and try to get in there.
Are you trying to say a little RPO action going on here?
I'm just saying if it's open, she should take the shot.
Well, the way the Wildcats are playing, John.
Oh,
that's gonna-
now.
And to be honest with you, to be honest with you, that just gives them a little bit more room to run a pass play, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right, Will. It does.
Yes, and so it's not such a bad thing when you're this far down. The only bad thing is, I mean, it's not even bad because there was an incomplete pass and the clock stopped. If it would have been running, it would have been different. But it just gives these girls a little bit more room to run a pass play and to spread out the field. So there's an advantage, if you can say it's an advantage when there's a penalty called when you're, on the 5-yard line, 5 or 6 yard line.
Yeah, no. Yeah, the box man needs to move.
Yeah, so that box man should be at the line of scrimmage where the ball is.
Right.
So it should be placed on the that is.
He's at the old spot. He needs to go to the new spot.
And guys, we know it, and I'm not. Look, we can criticize announcers as much as we want, but that's where it's key to have very good flank officials.
Right.
People don't. John emphasizes how
she-
good a flank official.
She caught it. I wasn't going to say nothing on the air, but I was going to say Fred was about a yard short. Well, she caught it. Good for her.
Yes. Pass is thrown, and that's
That's a touchdown.
Jackson,
touchdown.
number 12. And I think these girls, I mean, look, this, as we look at the replay here, Montano goes back, sees a little slant post pass in the middle. Boom. Jackson takes that inside ball for a touchdown. Look, this is going to be your typical, it doesn't matter what they're playing, whether it's volleyball, whether it's basketball, football. It's a bell game. It's Central versus Brawley. You're always going to get this high-intensity game.
Absolutely.
And that's the way it should be.
And it doesn't matter what level. Freshmen, JV, they all take it serious. Even the youth football. When it's Brawley Central, that's a rivalry that goes across all generations.
Well, as we see, the PAT goes for a miss, so the score remains, as we have it on the board, 26-0.
So now whenever we start the second half, it's going to go to our running clock. So when we get to the 2 minutes, it's going to continue to run. So
Okay, so it's a running clock anyways, but what's the point differential that has
21.
to be? 21 points, and
21.
it's automatic, or is it coach's choice?
No, it's a running clock.
But that's only with the last 2 minutes, though. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
because the whole clock, the clock runs anyway, the first 18.
So as we see Maylene take off for a run on a little pass play. And with 20 seconds to go, that being a running play right there, that clock's going to go. I think Central either is going to have to hurry it up or regroup to at least get one more play out of this right here. Fake inside handoff, takes it to the outside. And Medellin.
That's the half.
And that's the half, ladies and gentlemen. So, Will Torres, Alan Phillips, and we got
5-minute halftime.
5-minute halftime. We're going to take a little break from our sponsors, and we'll be right back after this.
Imperial Flying Service, taking care of the entire Imperial Valley with all your aviation fuel needs. Imperial Flying Service is a proud supporter of our U.S. military, the aviation community, and all Imperial Valley communities.
InnerCare since 1970. When it comes to healthcare, InnerCare is here to help, with locations throughout the Imperial Valley. InnerCare, improving the health and wellness of the community.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. Give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
Lee Tire Company. We are a local, family-owned business specializing in tires and automotive needs. We are located at 114 Main Street, El Centro. Call us at 760-352-1721.
Marianne Valenzuela Fenley is your State Farm insurance agent in the Imperial Valley. And like a good neighbor, she's located at 528 G Street in Brawley. Call State Farm agent Marianne Valenzuela Fenley at 760-344-0447 for your home, auto, and life insurance.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
We're here at Burgers and Beer with the best burgers in town.
We get to sit together and enjoy the great food.
I like from Burgers and Beer is in the lemonade.
For the fresh iced tea, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
It was wonderful, very fast, very efficient.
I love the great food and family environment.
I love the burgers and the customer service.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
Ojeda Industries is here to offer solutions with exceptional products and services for all your agricultural, industrial, and power transmission needs. It's Ojeda Industries, hydraulic repair service in Brawley at 1698 Jones Street. Call us at 760-623-7299.
Conditioning, the #1 York dealer in the Imperial Valley. Contact them today for all your AC needs. Call them at 760-556-9901.
Back to Warne Field. I'm Ron Rubio with VSN. Along with me tonight, as you heard with Will Torres, is John Seaman and Alan Phillips as we're calling the first annual, what is it?
Lady Bell game.
Lady Bell game. I reported late to work, seeing how I had all these experts in front of me. Now that we're here, let's see what we could do. I mean, and for everybody out there, I mean, as I was listening, I was on the other side of the press box listening to Alan and John. Well, if you know the rules of a sport, then you can apply, as you watch it, understand what they're trying to do, but follow the rules.
Yeah.
You know.
Girls' rules are so different, and that's what's made it very difficult, especially because it's a new sport.
It's a new sport, and it's a quick sport. It's a very fast-paced sport. I mean, this is honestly my first time watching a game. I've seen them practice. I've seen them on the practice field. But one thing I did notice, I did see one game kind of early on in the season, and what I've noticed from Brawley is just how they set up quicker. Like there's a quicker flow to the game, I think. I mean, have you guys noticed that as the season's gone on?
Well, yeah. I mean, when we first started, they could barely get lined up on the line or know the formations or who was on, who was off.
Good.
And now they know where their positions are.
And I think they've realized that the faster that they go, the more plays that they can
Exactly,
continue.
and that's the whole thing. Just even in tackle football, the more organized when you get in and out of the huddle, how many plays, how many reps can you get? And that's the key thing with the way this clock runs. You need to get your maximum amount of plays, especially right now. If you're Central, you need a lot of plays to catch up 26 points.
Yeah.
Swing out to Demi Cornejo, number 21, a freshman.
That was stopped by Gigi Medina, but not before.
So now what should be 4th down, so they're probably going to punt. I would imagine they're going to punt.
So if they don't punt, they go for it on 4th. They could go for it on 4th here, right?
Yeah, they can.
And then if it's not, they don't get the first down. They get the ball where it's at.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
So it looks like they're going to go for it. They still got to go 7 yards.
7 yards.
So yeah, if they don't get it, that's where Central's going to get the ball. Pretty good field position. But see, it's already a 21-point deficit, so it's still going to be running clock no matter what.
That was well defended by number 14, Azul Amador. She's broke up a lot of plays tonight.
She's been all over the field.
It's really easy to see the standouts in this game, like the gals that are out there that are performing well because of how it's a spread out game, so I'm trying to get at. So you can see the formations and you can see these kids flying in and out.
Well, you have less people
there
on the field as well.
There you go.
There's only 7 out there, so on the side.
And they called that one incomplete.
That pass was intended for Amber Miranda. What game is this this season for these? Do we know, Will? Second down for the Spartans. Rolling to the left, swing out, complete to number, what is that, 16?
So now they're back in the no-run zone, where now the quarterback can't run.
Yep. That was Demi Cornejo, who with the stop.
Demi Cornejo, number 21, a freshman, along with number 11. That would be Tayana Venegas. Nice throw out to the flats, broken up by number 24.
Jalen
Salcida out there with a good stop. And one thing that I'm impressed with both quarterbacks that can sling that football. I mean, that ball's going out, getting out of their hand quick, spiral.
There's a lot of good female quarterbacks.
Yeah, there's going to be some. I mean, you can tell they've thrown that ball around. That's Mady. How would you pronounce Marqueco?
What number?
The quarterback, number 12 from Central.
Marquecho.
Marquecho.
Mandy Marquecho. So that's should be fourth down. Looks like they're going to turn it over in downs, and that's where Brawley's going to get the ball at the 23-yard line.
So 2 possessions and 2 turnover on down. So with 16 minutes remaining, a quick 4 minutes. The clock does not stop, only on timeouts.
I don't even know it's going to stop on timeouts when it's a running clock.
Now, right.
Or will it? I'm not sure.
Well, towards the end of the half, I saw the Brawley staff was calling timeout. Well,
there
was no running clock, I don't think.
No, there wasn't at that time.
So Brianna Montano is your quarterback. That's number 15. She's a junior. Montano looks. She shoots right. Complete to number 9 of Brawley. Jocelyn.
Stopped by Liliana Rodriguez.
That's Jocelyn Mendez, number 9, complete. First down for the Wildcats. Well, Will Torres started this project, and then all of a sudden he runs away.
You might regret showing up here, Ron.
Montana back again. She shoots it over. That's Cornejo. Cornejo, crosses the 40.
So even though they threw the flag back behind the 40, they spotted where the flag was actually
grabbed.
Yeah.
So pretty sure, as for the coach and especially for the players, a learning experience this first season. How's it been for the referees?
Oh, it's been a learning curve, believe me. There's it's different. You're used to the tackle rules for,
right.
I mean, for me, 29 years, Alan for 39 years, and then you come to do flag football, and it's a big learning curve.
Well, and the big thing that's different, too, is there's not a lot of data or things that we can go back to revert to. You know, in tackle football, if there's a play that happens or a rule interpretation, we can go find something that says here or here's a video of this rule interpretation, etc. For this, it's been very difficult because that doesn't exist.
And here's the thing, referring back to rule books, such as for tackle football, there's always case scenarios, and that's a nice pass. So, as you said, inaugural season, not too many seasons have taken place. So, how do you write the rule book for that?
Correct.
You know, I mean, that's what I would assume.
Yeah. CIF gave the original, is the one who wrote the original rule book that we're going by. As I mentioned to Will earlier, there's definitely some mistakes, some corrections that need to be made. So, hopefully, they're going to be working on that rule book, getting a lot of feedback from the schools, the officials, to improve that so that they're a lot more specific.
Yeah, that's common sense, and that's something this sport's not going to go anywhere.
No, it's not.
I don't think it is. And that pass was intended for, it looked like Cornejo in the corner, incomplete. 13:46 remaining in the second half.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ron. This sport is not going to go anywhere. You know, in fact, when we started the season, there were only varsity teams.
Yes.
There weren't any JV teams. But the number of girls that they had to come out to their tryouts, etc., was so overwhelming that they finally just started adding JV teams to it as well.
And yeah, that was the understanding I had going into it, because in the beginning, as Montano shoots it out, complete to number 12 of the Wildcats, that is
first down.
Malaya Jackson. Yeah, so that being said, great turnout. The enthusiasm was there. The participation was there. The numbers were there. Luckily, the schools were able to budget for that. I mean, you know, it's not a very expensive sport as you look out there as far as equipment goes.
No, they need their flags. They all need a mouthpiece, jersey. That's pretty much about it.
So a swing pass to Cornejo. Cornejo catches it and works her way up to, we'll say, the 20, inside the 15-yard line. Going in for another score are the Wildcats. Let's make that the 11-yard line.
See, but look where their flags are. Their flags are almost in the back. That's why she got tripped up, I think, because they're trying to get her flags in. They're behind her almost. It's getting a little chilly up here. We're gonna have to wear long sleeves.
Well, it's that split stool. It's that AC behind us.
So we're gonna have to wear long sleeves on Friday night. If it keeps it up like this.
You're not gonna be ready for that bell game. You sound a little sniffly there, John.
Yeah, well.
Allergies?
The grass. The grass. No, I'm serious.
Serious?
Yeah. And Brawley, the grass was long here on Thursday night, and then they must have cut it for last night's game. So that pollen or whatever.
Yes.
But yeah, they did cut the grass because it was super long.
Yeah,
well, remember
super
the
low.
JV game? It was long.
Nice throw and catch.
Yeah.
Touchdown.
So Montano to Jackson. And I'll say something, Montano, she lays that ball in there better than some kids on JV or freshman.
Yeah,
Yes.
she
I'm
does.
not kidding.
Yes,
She
no,
has
she
that.
does.
I mean, that's a compliment.
Yes,
and now, you know, and
absolutely.
it's very natural to compare the sport to the boys, and you will. But that gal right there, she has an arm.
Yes.
Extra point attempt for Jackson. She looks, she throws, and she steps right into it, and she scores.
Boy.
Demi
Nice.
Cornejo in the corner.
Nice.
Adds another point.
Yeah, you're right, Ron. There in the games that we have officiated, girls, there's some great slingers out there.
Yeah.
They can really throw that ball really well.
Well,
and
you know,
deep.
and deep. No, and deep. Her balls are. She has deep balls. I've seen her throw short, the whole deal. She has the whole deal: short, medium, and high. But also, one thing I was going to refer to is a lot of these girls, I bet, play with their brothers, play with their dads, playing catch, and that's the beauty of it all. That you can do with your family. So here we go. Complete to number 14.
Oh, Azul again. She plays both sides.
Azul Amador.
Yeah.
Azul Amador.
We called her name quite a bit on the defensive side of the ball.
So how much longer is the season, do you guys know?
I think there's
two more weeks.
Yes, 2 more weeks.
2 more weeks. Each school plays like 2 games a week, right? Right down the middle. And intercepted. Little too high. Intercepted by Jackson.
Jackson again.
Jackson, Malaya Jackson's out there just roaming as a safety. Picked off.
She's all over the place.
Well, you know, like we were saying earlier, because of the spacing, if you're athletic, man, you can glide. It's like being out in the outfield. It's just like
That's
playing
correct.
baseball out in the outfield. If you're a center fielder, you can roam a lot of room. And as Alan mentioned, it's not clogged up. There's not a whole bunch of people out there. There's not 22 persons out there. Shorter field, smaller condensed field. As Jackson brings him back up. I'm sorry, Montano. Montano looks to her left. She shoots it out to Cornejo. Cornejo. Swift moves. Good little receiver out of the backfield.
Gigi Medina with the stop.
9:24 remaining in the first annual Ladies Bell game. Now, is there an actual bell? Do we know?
Yeah, right there.
Yes,
right there on the track.
Where the cheerleaders
On the running
I
track
asked
right
the
there.
same question, Ronnie. That's
Yeah.
Nice and shiny.
Nice and shiny. Here comes Montano to the left. Montano.
All right, so
Gonna
that's
be
her.
brought down.
That's her one run for this series. So if she runs again, it's a penalty.
I would like to say who made the stop, but I'm kind of afraid to pronounce Jerez.
I'm not sure.
It's a little tongue twister there.
Number 8, Lopez.
Number 8, Lopez. I wasn't hooked on phonics like very many people were.
Yeah, Lopez is good.
So here we go, 8:39 remaining. Been a very quick second half. Montano again looking to the right. She's going to shoot it out. Little deep, and that might be picked off. Or was that a Wildcat?
No,
It's
that
a
was
catch.
a completed catch.
Yeah, first down.
Number 21, Demi Cornejo. So one thing, I'm a little bit of a proud coach that I have. I coached that Demi Cornejo girl, 21 and number 11, in the junior high league, this past league. And all the schools were able to, you could have 2 girls on your team. I added those 2 girls. We were the only school Barbara worked that had them, and they competed well.
Wow.
And that reason I'm bringing
it
that up,
shows.
it shows.
Yeah.
They're 2 freshman girls that are playing
Oh,
varsity
really?
football.
Yep.
Really? Well, that's
Yeah,
good.
so just wanted to add that to the story. Not a pat on my back, but congratulations to
That pass was low.
an incomplete.
Jocelyn Mendez was almost able to shoestring that.
Go for it. So 7:27 remaining. Montano's looking to the right. We're going to have a flag.
Illegal procedure. Take them back 5 yards.
So now, JJ, they got to remember, now that they're behind the 20,
they can run.
Well, not only that, if they go past it, they don't get another first down. And sometimes coaches get confused about that.
Yeah.
We've had that issue before. There's like, hey, we crossed the 20. Yeah, you crossed it twice, but
Well,
you only get one first down.
Actually, at the beginning of the season, we didn't even have down markers on the field, and so
Yeah.
we actually that was something that we requested of the athletic directors for that simple reason.
Exactly.
Montano shoots it over, and again, that's Venega's. Tayana incomplete, defended well by number 6 of Central, and that is Leilani Favila. 6:13 remaining.
Yeah, that caused confusion at the beginning of the season because if you were already
Right.
past one of the major yard lines and then you got penalized and went back, they thinking that, oh, now it's a first down. Well, no, it's not because you'd already crossed that yard mark.
Montano again looking. She's being rushed. She throws it over, and that should be picked off. Great play.
Off.
Yeah, I don't know if I call
That's
it.
a soul.
I don't know. They tripped over their feet and incidental contact. I don't know if that was pass interference or not, but we'll see.
Azul Amador with the great play for the pick, but it may be pass interference. .518 inside of 5 minutes now. The Wildcats, as we said, 34-0 over the Lady Spartans.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it is. I mean, but I think tangling your feet up is not. It's
No, that's incidental contact.
Incidental.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
so-
get tied up.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I think for viewership, they should always put the yard markers on both sides of the field, 40, 20, understand? Like,
Yeah.
not just on one side.
It does make it hard when you're sharing a football field with tackle football because you miss those landmarks that you're normally.
And that's
used to.
Montano straight to Jackson, and that's been, about their third touchdown that I've seen so far.
I lost count. I really lost count.
So Montano to Jackson, that's been a combination that's been working all night. As the scoreboard shows, now the Wildcats 40, Spartans 0. So
we're only going to go for one here, Ron.
So where is 2? Where do they put it back for 2?
It'd be 10 yards.
Okay, I got you. Motion by the Wildcats. Montano looks, she shoots it over the middle, and it's tipped.
It's live. It's live.
It's live.
She
They're
got
going
it
to run
back.
it out, and guess who that is?
Is that Azul?
No, it was. It kind of looked like her.
17. Liliana Rodriguez.
So the Spartans now hold up on that extra point.
So I'm having to look up the defensive pass interference and girls flag because the rules are not necessarily.
tackle.
And like we said earlier, we get our tackle rules confused with the girls
Yes.
rules. So in girls,
you apply the rules because it's natural.
In tackle football, that probably wouldn't have been called because of the feet getting tangled up. But in girls, it's different. Because they don't want them to have any contact at all. That's the whole thing about,
When I coached it in the junior high thing, kind of similar rules. It's kind of like basketball in a way.
Yeah.
As far as zoning, and you you can't get into the offensive player coming at you. You can't screen.
Correct.
Things like that. It was kind of more, it's a finesse kind of sport.
Yeah.
So, like tangling up is.
Yeah, so it says when a defensive player hinders an offensive player ability to catch a pass by making physical contact, they got it right. So, again, get my tackle rules confused with the flag rules.
And like a good administrator and official for the for the Imperial Valley, John Seaman corrected himself and, read the rules, and that's what happened. 2:36 remaining. Well, I was on a day off tonight. I was having a good time watching football, and I know I was ordered to come here tonight and ended up in the booth. And I'm very happy to be here with John Seaman and Alan Phillips, guys that I've looked up to. And here's a nice catch by number 10.
Look at that.
So that was a very good catch by number 10 of the Spartans.
Amber Miranda
On a good catch.
That bounced on her fingertips for a few yards. She was able to pull it down.
Just run it. Yeah, I was going to say, just run it, JJ. Just run it.
What do you mean by that,
Well,
John?
because we're in we're in the mercy rule. It won't stop.
Oh, okay.
It won't
okay.
stop at the 2-minute warning. And
I got you. Oh, there is a 2-minute warning.
yeah,
Oh,
no,
I
but
got
they
you.
need
Okay,
they need to just run it.
Yeah,
'cause
okay, got you. It doesn't apply now.
Yeah, because it's a 21-point deficit, and now it's just a running clock.
These games do go fast.
They sure do. As I was saying before that great play by the Spartans, I've really been proud of, or have a lot of respect for John Seaman and Alan Phillips. These guys are running the official crew, and there's a nice pass to number 8 of Central.
Lopez.
Sorry, can't pronounce that
yeah,
first name.
Lopez.
So.
We're going to go with Jaretzi Lopez. As I said before this game, man, want to show a lot of respect to the officials of the Imperial Valley, my son included. A couple of my sons are out there. As a great effort there. Did she catch it? No, she didn't.
No.
Everybody should be respectful to these referees, the officials that we have in the Imperial Valley. It's a noble profession. It's a lot of people don't have the mettle to do it, and those who do, we should give them all an applause. Without them, we can't have these sports, guys. So I want to thank you on behalf of.
Well, thank you.
From me, all the people in Brawley, the Valley, as an incomplete pass falls down with 34 seconds remaining. And then having him up here in the booth, now that's pretty, I'm impressed with that.
That's our first time.
First time?
Yeah. It's pretty interesting perspective for us as well.
But everybody wants to know, how did Will Torres get you guys up here? That is everybody's.
We don't know. We asked ourselves that coming up here, like, how do we get involved in this?
Great pass, and that was complete to number 8 or 0?
Number 10.
Number
And
10.
the game's over.
And 5 seconds remaining. No, they're going to kill it.
What are they going to kill it for? Let's see. Are they going to call timeout or what?
Amber Miranda, yeah.
Oh,
Central wants to get
Central
one
called
out.
No. It's Brawley.
Oh, Brawley.
Brawley's calling a timeout.
You're kidding.
Is it Brawley or Central?
No, Central.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
Central called the timeout.
All right.
They want to try
I
to
guess
make
they- I
sure
was
to
gonna say they
get
wanna
some
get
points
it.
on the board before
Exactly.
they leave
Yeah,
Warne Field.
sure. So what are the big games for your crew this week, guys?
I don't know. They're
not-
all big
not-
games. Every game we do is a big game.
For sure. Yeah, every game's a big game now at this point.
It is.
you know.
No, they're all.
Honestly, Ronnie, I'm working on the assignments because this past week has been a
man.
real headache. Well,
I bet.
this season's been very difficult because with the addition of girls football, we've done on our schedule this year almost doubled what it was
bet.
last year.
Yeah, the
so
workload-
we had 105 games last year. We're almost up to 200 games this year, and so we have officials that are officiating every day of the week except for Sunday. So they're getting tired as well. So it's a big strain. on
Oh, they
everybody.
got on the board.
Well, that's it, and
That's
a
it.
great touchdown.
That's it.
Number 14, Azul Amador with Central's lone touchdown for the game.
And that was very poetic justice for the Spartans. Amador, she's been playing all night, playing very well.
She's been playing hard.
There you go, man.
She's been
playing
playing
hard.
On both sides of the
and
ball.
able to get a touchdown. So salute to the Brawley Lady Wildcats and their annual
Lady Bell
game.
The inaugural Lady
the
Bell
inaugural. So glad to be part of it. Will Torres, do you want to sign this off or?
Yeah, I don't
Well,
either.
Athletic Director Billy Brewer's taking the bell out onto the field.
It's 40 to. Man, they got 40 points. I didn't know they scored that many.
40 points, and that bell is very, very. It looks like an exact replica of the original one.
Very shiny.
Really shiny. So a presentation of the bell will be done. I wonder, do they engrave it, Will, or anything, or is it like are they really? Is the bell game, is that bell also engraved? I don't think it was. Is it?
No, this one's engraved though. The bell itself is engraved.
Like they'll put the scores on the bell.
No, it's just a custom engravement on the bell.
What's the Stanley Cup when they win that? Isn't that something what they do with that?
It gets engraved, yes, sir.
It gets engraved. No, but then the winning team, don't you get to have it for a day?
year.
Or
Yeah.
you just share it.
Yep. I think each player gets it for a day, but I think they get to keep that cup for the
Yeah,
year.
yeah, you keep it, but yeah, it's a pretty interesting thing. Is that the AD from Central there,
Yep,
Josh
that's
Wise?
Josh Wise coming across the field.
With his captains, no doubt.
Yes. Lopez, Amber Miranda, number 10, number 11, Gigi Medina, and number 14, Azul Amador.
On the Brawley side, who they have there?
Brianna Montano, number 13, Evelyn Murrieta. I can't see those other
Malaya
numbers.
Jackson, number 12. So the ceremony has both athletic directors there, as you can see on the screen. Billy Brewer, Josh Wise. Simon Canal is out there as well.
Bringing those captains in.
Congratulations. Overall,
Congratulations.
guys, what's been the sportsmanship of the girl teams? I mean, are they catty with each other? Or are they anything like the boys? It's been more like...
No, they just play football.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So the Lady Wildcats will be the first to ring it. So hopefully this is a tradition that will last for a while. As Alan and I just were speaking about, this is a sport that's probably not going to go anywhere, man.
And what'll be interesting next year is because this year the Valley teams have only been playing Valley teams. They just scheduled amongst themselves. So next year we should see teams from outside of the Imperial Valley, more like San Diego,
right,
etc.
right.
That'll be coming down to play games, and vice versa. Girls going up there to play games.
And I'm kind of interested to know, how is it going to be in the state now? Is it going to be something like how they do tackle football now, like have state play? Are they going to have playoffs?
Yeah, I believe so.
That's another workload.
Yes.
1 through 12 go. Two divisions, 1 through 12, and the rankings will have, at the end of the season, will be rankings.
Starting next year.
This year.
Okay. So
two divisions, top 12 teams, they'll
in
be
each
ranked
division.
in each
Right.
of those.
So like
two
24
divisions.
schools.
Brawley Central Flag School Division 1, and Imperials on the, I don't know if they're 1 or 2.
Will Torres is trying to explain to us what the playoff situation will be for these teams that are
There'll be a post on Tuesday.
this Tuesday.
Yeah, and it'll show, we'll break up the division.
Nice. So there will be some rankings out on Tuesday that will start getting the tournament ready, the playoff tournament, which will be more work for the Valley officials. So go out there. When you go out there to these games, guys, appreciate it. I mean, let the refs ref, the players play, as they say, and the coaches coach, and enjoy football, man. We only have 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks of the regular season, and then we're going to go into playoffs. So it started quickly and it ended quickly. So with that being said, I'm Ron Rubio with Alan Phillips and John Seaman, Will Torres, Sarah Torres, Joaquin Matus. Is Saul here? No, he's here in spirit. So Saul Pena, with that being said, good night and thank you for tuning in. We'll see you later.